Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Doctor Who already predicted David Tennant's return 10 years ago. When it was announced that David Tennant would be returning to Doctor Who, it was a surprise to everyone, but the 50th anniversary special predicted exactly this would happen a full decade ago. David Tennant's run as the 10th Doctor was beloved, with his performance catapulting the new era of the rebooted Doctor Who into a new level of popularity among an entirely new fan base. His regeneration and departure from the show was hard on audiences, who had grown attached to his version of the Doctor over the seasons he piloted the TARDIS. 10th Doctor fans were delighted, then, when Tennant returned as 10 for the Doctor Who 50th anniversary special episode, The Day of the Doctor. It brought together Tennant's 10th Doctor and Matt Smith's 11th for a rollicking adventure. However, one specific scene in that episode predicted Tennant's recent return as the 14th Doctor, 10 years before it even happened. Even better, it was a prophecy handed down by the 4th Doctor. One scene in The Day of the Doctor took place in the National Gallery Museum in London. The 10th and 11th Doctors headed there to stop Zygons from emerging through the paintings into the modern day, but 11 met another familiar face while there. The 11th Doctor stops to speak with the museum curator, and the curator is played by none other than Doctor Who's own Tom Baker, who played the 4th incarnation of the Doctor. The 11th Doctor is surprised and remarks that the curator looks exactly like one of his old incarnations. It's at that moment that the curator makes a cheeky prediction. He seems completely unsurprised by the Doctor's words and explains that in the future, the Doctor will regenerate into previous incarnations, but offers the caveat that it will be just the old favorites. The scene seemed to indicate that in the future, an incarnation of the Doctor would figure out how to control their regeneration and that the curator was, in fact, a future Doctor who had regenerated with the form of the 4th Doctor and was now living as the curator of the National Gallery. Considering the comment set up a potential storyline that went nowhere, it was eventually assumed that it was just a fun, cheeky way to incorporate Baker into the Doctor Who anniversary special. David Tennant's return as the 14th Doctor, however, turns the curator's words from merely a fun meta-reference into a prescient prediction. Technically, it's not the first time the Doctor has regenerated into a previous incarnation. During Tennant's own run, in the Season 4 episode, The Stolen Earth, the 10th Doctor was shot by a Dalek and forced to regenerate. However, 10 forced his regeneration energy into a hand he'd previously severed, allowing him to regenerate as himself and intact with his same personality. While it was later confirmed to technically be an official regeneration, it was more like a minor speed bump in 10's timeline and doesn't really fulfill the promise of the curator. The regeneration of Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor into David Tennant's 14th Doctor is exactly what the curator hinted at, however. It's not just a restart of a current Doctor, but an entire reboot. While Tennant has cautioned that the 14th Doctor is not the same as the 10th Doctor, that's more a matter of him having experienced 3 different incarnations in between rather than him being completely new and alien. 14 is still essentially 10, very much one of the old favorites, just with a few more miles on his soul. It's not yet been explained why the old incarnation returned. But if anyone in Doctor Who could figure out how to control the mystery of regeneration, it's the 10th Doctor. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment and share.